Hey everybody, Eric Leamy here. You are watching yet another episode in video from my secondary YouTube channel and vlog, in which I present to all of you my sentimental thoughts come from my heart and my soul, and my mental oddball shenanigans come from my mind and brain. This is EML77 TV, episode 870. We're 130 episodes away from 1,000 episodes, and some sad news coming from the sports and entertainment world. I want to start first off. If you're a diehard Chicago Bears fan, studied up on the history of the Chicago Bears, the youngest inductee to the NFL Hall of Fame at the age of 34, back in 1977, the year I was born, Bears running back Gale Sayers has passed away at the age of 77, and he has been a legend. Put up some. I don't know much about him because I wasn't born. I was once born back then, but I know there's people out there who probably know of him and probably heard of him and read about his history or watched some of his games that he played with the Bears in. And so my condolences to the diehard Bears fans, the Bears organization, and the family and friends of Gale Sayers. So rest in peace, Mr. Sayers. But the big elephant in the room, so to speak, the big death in professional wrestling. The other half of the Road Warriors / Legion of Doom, Joe Laurinaitis, other known as Animal, who is also the brother of John Laurinaitis, has passed away at the age of 60. LOD was possibly and probably one of the best, if not the best, tag team in professional wrestling today. It is sad that they both passed on. It's really that Animal was one of the best in tag team wrestling. His last appearance in the WWE, you have to date back to 2012 when he defeated Heath Slater on SmackDown. So he made a comeback in 2005 when they won when him and Heidenreich won the tag team titles from M&M. And I'm really sorry to say, at the age of 60, Road Warrior Animal has passed away, and it's this year, like I said, this year, and then this year kind of stunk, to be honest with you. It kind of really reeks of heinocity, as Agent Christian would say. And we just got word from the Supreme Court ruling on the Breonna Taylor case where she was shot dead by police while doing a raid that her boyfriend was being charged with drugs and all that. No police officer was charged with the murder of Breonna Taylor. And it seems like it was the logic in that she didn't do anything wrong, and she was working as an EMT, so it was something that it's a huge issue, and I'm feeling very, very sorry for the city of Louisville right now, and it's probably going to get things. This decision by the court case in Louisville could end up being worse. I pray that if a riot does happen, people be safe, and if you have to stay inside, don't go out, don't do anything rash, just be safe out there. I really don't know. It's like I said, I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay, it's hard to stay positive. I'd stay happy when everything around the world's going on, and I can understand how everybody's feeling, and it's really, it is difficult to kind of comprehend what's been going on, understand what has been going on, and I think now that I kind of think about it, I kind of understand why the internet trolls have always been on my case about a lot of things here on YouTube. It's because I'm always trying to be happy, goofy, and having a lot of fun here, bringing a lot of entertainment. That's my ultimate purpose, is to do that and bring smiles upon people's faces, because we've been through a lot this past decade, if not more. Ever since 9/11 happened, it seems like we need, it's like we were in need of positivity. We were in need of something to keep our minds off what's been going on, what's going on in politics, what's going on all over the city, all over the world. People are dying, and I get that. It is tough for families who've lost their loved ones to try to stay that course, of positivity, smiles and everything else. It's very, very difficult. It's a very challenging thing. And I get that, and I understand that wholeheartedly. But, sometimes you need to be a beacon of light to those in darkness. And that's the thing that we need to be, 2020, to me, I calls the year of darkness, so to speak. Spiritual darkness, emotional darkness, psychological darkness, because a lot of things have been happening, and a lot of tragical things are happening. A lot, craziness, is chaos, and all that. But we have to be that light, our positivity, our positive attitude. We have to be that light to shine among others. That way, people will see that light and ask us, how can we do that? How can you be so happy and cheerful when everything else around you is going on? It's like the meme of the dog sitting in, like, sipping on a cup of coffee, something, while the whole house has been on fire or something like that. It's like we're trying, and it is very, very difficult. It is very difficult to try to be smiley and everything else, and what's been going on. I'm trying my best to bring entertainment to you guys, and you know what? Yeah, I'm really sorry for what happened to Gale Sayers and Road Warrior Animal. I mean, after all, and Breonna Taylor and all these people that died tragically too soon, and whether it be due to crimes or due to shootings and all that, and it's really sad. All this has happened, but the reason why, like I said, the reason why I don't focus myself on politics and the issues that connect with politics, to me, I don't want to bring the mood down and be angry and all that of what's been going on. I admit I am angry, but to the point where it's like all I can do is pray. All I can do is pray for the people in authority, pray for the families of those victims, pray for the police, pray for everyone who is involved in these situations so much it has stressed them out mentally, psychologically, to the point where you see protests, riots, and everything else happening. And it is, it is the rough 2020 is the roughest year ever in world history. It's been probably the worst year in world history, and we're trying to get back to normal. We're trying to get back into into the swing of things. I'm trying to do my YouTube channel and all that. I think what I've been experiencing here, what I'm thinking here, and it all just came to me. The reason why I get trolled on a lot, not just here on YouTube, but sometimes on Facebook, but Facebook's cracked down on that, Twitter, and everything else, is because I was trying to be a positive person 24/7. I'm trying to be the happy, peppy person, and sometimes people are annoyed by that. And, it isn't easy doing that. I have to admit, it's like I'm putting on a different mask every single day. But no, but I realize, I don't have to be, but I don't want to be dark and angry and upset and miserable, lashing out at loved ones and friends and family. I don't want to be that type of person. I want to set the example. There's a lot going on, but I need to be that beacon of light, so to speak. I make mistakes. That's why I've always been honest, and people make fun of me for it, of opening up about my past and everything else, and, how I'm, been old school in my ways, and what my parents have taught me, and people are making fun of that, and there are people in real life have been, trying to influence my siblings against our family, and it's very, really tough to try to maintain that positive and happiness, that positive attitude, and trying to be, happy in God, and just, you try to and it is very, very tough, and you get easily angry about a lot of things. Listen, I usually lose my temper a lot. I usually get upset, usually swear my head off sometimes when I worked at Ruby Tuesday, but as I grew up and kind of grown out of, when I quit Ruby Tuesday back in April of 2010, that's basically 10 years ago, it's so strange that these past 10 years, a lot has changed, a lot has happened, and, not only in the country and in the world, but the fact with me and my family and with everything going on there and among my friends. And it's one of those things where you're just, okay, how can I go about this? I mean, I experienced deaths in my own family. My biological mother, Bonnie J. Parker, God rest her soul, died on Friday the 13th, January 13th, 2012. Friday the 13th of all dates, right? And I'm not making this up. I'm not lying. My biological mother, Bonnie J. Parker, passed away at that point. And it's, and when, God made things happen. He makes things happen. And there's a reason why he does what he does in my life. Like, again, I do not want to mention this again. I do not want to talk about this again. Not because, I'm afraid of my past, because it aggravates a lot of the internet trolls, but I'm going to talk about it because the fact of the matter is I do whatever the heck I want on this channel. This is my YouTube channel. So this is how it goes. Like I said, the situation, again, with my ex-crush Paulette, God had a reason to step in that situation. He made sure the things that went down. I don't blame God, all right? But it is my fault for not focusing on God enough, and I was focused too much on her. I need to be focused more on the Lord at that time. And then he told me, you have a job. You just got a job. I provided you for it. It's about time you learn, And I decided, well, I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to focus on trying to do the best I can in my life from here on out and that here on in, and that's what I decided to do. I try to set the example, try to be the example, but sometimes it is not happening to the point where, I end up behaving like my coworkers at Ruby Tuesday. But God felt the time was right to get me out of Ruby Tuesday. Again, 2010, God stepped in. It was time for me to go. Yeah, I miss all my friends from Ruby Tuesday, but God, sent me in a different direction, and He says, I want to, but then, I went to the Swansea Mall for a couple of months. I didn't feel comfortable there because it was too much of a far of a drive, even though the hours were good, but sometimes, but God says, don't worry, I got your back. You have to make a sacrifice. And that sacrifice was a few hours in. I sacrificed 15 hours to come back here, to work at the Dartmouth Mall, and just to do almost the same job, but I do it on the outside instead of on the inside. And yeah, it has a few bumps in the road, especially in the first 4 years. The first 4 years of my job, and then, it's like from 2015 to today, the next 5 years, were kind of like a little bumps in the road here and there, trying to stay focused and be smart and try to do what I gotta do. But then the last couple of years here with my family, it has not been smooth ride. It has not been, we had a lot of things happening in our family. I'm not going to get into whole detail what's been going on, but the fact of it is this, that, our family's been challenged, and that's the thing, but, me and my mother are part of the church's music ministry band. And there is a huge, the big thing is there is a huge target on our backs. And I, now that I've, kind of figured everything out, and it seems like the target on me, because I'm the drummer of the music ministry band, is the internet trolls, especially the YouTube trolls, have been coming after me. It ain't just because I'm friends with Jason DeCanio, okay? It's beyond that. It's, to me, is that I have the enemy is trying to, use the internet trolls to get to me. The devil's trying to use the internet trolls to get to me, psychologically and emotionally and mentally, talking about the EMP method almost, So it's something that's something now I'm starting to be well aware of, and starting to smarten up a little bit. That's why I do a lot of blocking, is because I'm not being a coward. It's that I want to keep my mind safe and my mind clear from, they speak out against my family and disrespect my stepmother, and just it is not right. It is not right in my personal opinion, and that means, and I'm going to admit this. I do feel sorry for the trolls. I do. I really, really do, because something must have happened in their childhood so bad, that they had to go lash out at people who seemingly have, in their eyes, have the good life, and and here's the even stranger part about some of these trolls are kind of messed up in the head. Here's the deal, all right? Let's talk Trolley the Troll for a minute here. The fact of the matter is that he claimed that this person, this individual, this person claimed that, you know, you know, yeah, and just, and and just that's another thing that, yeah, I just got a message sent, and just I'm sorry. So I was a little off track. Oh, let's talk about Trolley the Troll, and I realized something, that this individual says that they have a better house, a better car, live in a better neighborhood, than me, and has a degree in social relations and psychology or something like that. Well, and to me now, and that was laughable to me, because if this individual had all that, why is that individual harassing me? It doesn't make any sense. They accusing me of not making any sense. This person's not making any sense. And if you have all that, you live in a good life, then why are you picking on me? What did I do to you? Crapping your Cheerios when somebody took a dump in your Cheerios or something like that? He's like, I'm like, now I'm starting to realize, okay, this person's messed up in the head if they think they have all that and they harass me. I mean, like, are they bored? Is their life that boring? Is your, magnificent, listen, I don't have the best life either, but that doesn't give me the right to go out and lash out at others for having a better life than me. That's not my nature. You got to be happy and supportive. There's a lot of friends of mine that used to work at Ruby Tuesday, quit Ruby Tuesday, and now, they gone on to bigger and better lives and better than me. Even, social, now, according to the internet troll, socially, I would be at the bottom of the totem pole, or just be a bottom feeder, or lower class. And I don't believe any of that crap. And I'll tell you why. Society up your nose with a rubber hose, or in your ear with Rosie Greer, get off my case, pizza face, all those sweat hog quotes. I'm just me. I'm just being who I am. And if they have a problem, if society has a problem with it, they can go fly a kite. I really don't, or pick their nose. I didn't do it picking their nose because, here's the way I see it. Like I said, this year has been tough. Has been rough for everybody all over the world. It has not been easy. People are dying. Celebrities are dying. A lot of things have been happening. And who would have thought, and, sports has changed. Wrestling has changed. Everybody's trying to do what they're trying to do best, and that is, trying to keep our minds off what's been going on. We had riots. We had, protests. And now a huge election, this all happened in an election year of all years, right? And so it's like, everybody's blaming Donald Trump. They're blaming the Democrats. They're blaming everybody. They're blaming the politicians. They're blaming the doctors. Blaming the CDC. They're blaming China. They're blaming everybody else in the world. But, like I said before, and we blame ourselves. We got to get our minds right. We got to get ourselves right. So we got to learn how to love one another. That's what the Bible says. We have to learn how to love our enemies, bless them, and curse you. It isn't easy, folks. It isn't easy trying to try to stay positive and all that. I just want to let you guys know that like the song "Lead the Little Birds," every little thing's going to be all right. But the question is, if everything's going to be all right, it's going to be up to us guys. It has to be, and it isn't going to be easy. Life isn't going to be, life ain't smooth sailing, folks. Sometimes you're gonna swim through shark-infested waters of life, and you may have to run through a forest and encounter wolves and all that. In your lives, you're gonna, we're gonna fight our battle. Let God fight your battles, and all we gotta do is just pray. If you believe in God, pray and everything else, and we know what's going on. Just if you don't believe in God, just just sit and relax and, just hope for the best, But whatever, God's got my back. He's got my side. He's going to fight my battles. I'm not going to worry about anything. I'm very, very thankful. I love my family. I love my friends. I love my relatives. And I love all my siblings. It's just, we got to stay strong in 2020. We got to stand tall, stand firm. All we got to do is just stand. And not stand with bravery, all right? Well, I got to get ready for NXT. We'll do a recap afterwards, and then tomorrow will be NXT UK. So we'll do that, all right? That's all the time we have on this episode of EML77 TV 870. Like I said, 130 episodes to go to reach 1,000, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope this is trying to encourage you guys. And it's the way things are, all right? Just stand. That's all you got to do, just stand, all right? I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful night, and God bless. Peace.